Hello again and welcome to another episode of Adric Ceneri's YouTube channel. My name is Tania and I'm your host tonight. I'm here with Adric and I want to remind you to please don't forget to follow him on Instagram for daily doses of poetry. Hello Adric, how you been?
I am so happy that you are here with me tonight, once more helping me share my art and vision with the world to talk about my life experiences. And overall, I am doing great. My new book is now available on Amazon, finally published.
How is it working out for you? Are you selling abundantly yet?
Not a bestseller yet, but I am happy to know that my book is available worldwide on Amazon.
So Adric, tell us, how did the idea of this book come to life?
It was not an idea. These are true facts expressed through poetry of how my life has been.
I would like to talk a bit more about your new book. In our last video, you talked in general about it, but I want to go deep into the first chapter that is called Darkness Within.
I'd be happy to. How about if I read some poetry from the first chapter?
Oh my God, I would love that. Why don't you read the first poem of your new book?
Why not? I can actually and definitely read it for everybody who is watching and for you. It's from the chapter Darkness Within. The first poem is called Wounds. If only you knew how much the sound of your voice hurts. If only I could ignore your spoken words. You pushed me away when you danced on my wounds. You ended up alone and I was left with an empty soul. You are the person that gave me life, but this resentment is something you cannot just erase. Between you and me, there is only pain, deep wounds I wish one day will heal themselves. Many times I promise to ask forgiveness to you and myself. Cold and long nights of abandonment in my corner space. So many times I awaited your return, but it never came. People sentenced me for being the gay orphan. It was my fate. Biblical stories filled me with horror. Ignorance and violence deprived me of a better world. From one place to the other without love or compassion, always asking myself if that was the will of the Lord. I feel alone with my soul full of rage. Time has not cured my deep wounds. It has only intensified my pain. Time has only withered my joy. It has broken to pieces my spirits and hopes.
Wow, that was so profound. What is the story behind this poem? Can you share with us?
Well, the story behind this poem is me being alone, feeling alone without my mother growing up, feeling unprotected, going through so much heartache, ache through my childhood, and for so long I blamed her for everything that happened to me, for going through the ignorance of the town, the violence that I had to go through, being abused at an early age. And I had my grandmother. She was my guardian, but it wasn't her job. I know that now. Nonetheless, she was the only person that I had, but I felt like she cared more for her religion than she ever did for me. So it's that massive motion of feelings, just tight in a knot that doesn't let you breathe, and it just takes everything in your being away because you couldn't be who you were, or you couldn't get the happiness you should deserve as a kid, or the opportunity to be happy with your parents, and I didn't get to have that. So that's pretty much the everything that this poem embodies within.
Oh Adric, I'm so proud of you to have overcome this dark chapter of your life. And going back to this dark chapter, I read the last poem of the Darkness Within, and it was so heartbreaking. So I would love for you to read it and tell us what inspired you to write this beautiful poem.
It's not an easy read poem, but I can read it. It's called The Visit. Okay, here we go. The lady in black always came knocking at my door. Since the beginning, she appeared, looking for my soul. Since my childhood, she tried to take me, but I said no. But today, she finally convinced me to let go. So many things happened since I was born. So many moments that gave me pain and denied me love. I carry in my heart the transgressions that left me undone. And I never forgot her poisonous cold kisses and her sweet voice. I escaped her prison a few times as she cornered me from dusk to dawn. I beat her in so many marathons as I ran faster, but still, I beat the dust. She tried to always trap me, and she could never pay the cost, always insisting, and today I will not fight, so she can take me home. I am taking with me my mistakes made wrapped in pain, one of many that threw me without compassion to the floor. I am taking the clandestine sins full of heartache, one of many that forced me to lose my logic and reasoning. It forced me to no longer fight fearless as I always did before.
Wow. That was so deep. Adric, could you give us your interpretation of this poem and what does it represent to you?
Yes, I can explain what the concept of this poem is about. It's nothing but a summary of everything I went through during childhood and during my teenage years, in general, of how hard life hit me and the moments when I thought there was no other escape than taking my own life. So it talks about, escaping, committing suicide because you are not able to no longer hold on to this one because of all the pain you carry in the back. It's just, so much pain in the chest that you're about to burst in tears. And I wrote this piece during a morning. It was around 3 a.m. It was one of the saddest nights of my life, and shedding tears and other emotions, I wrote it, feeling completely crushed that I couldn't continue. I couldn't move on with the life that I never asked for. So that's pretty much the representation of this poem. It's just, it's like giving up on life, trying and attempting committing suicide because of all the depression that I went through, for all the heartache that I had to endure.
Well, Adric, that it's so hard. Thank you so much for sharing that with us and opening your heart to me and everybody else. That must be kind of difficult for you to talk.
It is. It's never easy to open up and tell everybody, the whole world, what your life has been. It's like at my age now, at 30, I can feel a little bit more secure. I am a little bit more stable than I was back then, and unfortunately I couldn't do that any sooner. But I am here to share my story, and hopefully that my readers can feel related to my story and feel connected somehow and learn from it, so they can make better choices for themselves.
Well, guys, enough with darkness with it. Before we end this episode, I want to let you guys know the next episode is going to be hot, caliente. We'll be reading some poems from Desires and Lust.
Yes, we will.
The second chapter of Adric's new book, Walking Towards Happiness.
That's right, Tania. No more darkness within for now. We gotta spice things up with erotic poetry.
That's exciting. Okay, Adric, it's been a pleasure to me to host this video again with you, and talk about your life and get to know you a little bit better. Thank you for that.
Thank you, Tania, for joining me once more in this adventure. And you guys, please don't forget, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button down below. to not miss the next episode. May love always find you somewhere.
Until the next guy.
No! Until the next time!
See you in the next video. Fuck.
You share my art vision with my world. I can't see.
Yeah.
Está bien.
No, fuck it. That is called Darkest and with
You were doing
Dark. Hold on, I didn't practice the question. Wait. Tenía que...
I went blank.
Ay, no mames.
Yeah.
Me veo bien pendeja. You know the next episode is gonna be hot. We'll be reading some poems from Desires and Lust.
No. Until the next time.
Estúpida, very Until the next guy.
Qué energía tan muerta.
Until
The
next
next